Welcome to this week's Rugby AM on tour. This week, we're in Widnes! Right, well, we're here at the Halton Stadium in Widnes, the home to the famous I pitch. Now, Tyre, we've brought one of our balls along with us, kindly provided by League Weekly. We've been having a little kick about how does the ball bounce on the I pitch. Let's just have a quick demonstration. Now, you're a rugby league expert. You've played on many pitches in your time. How does it bounce compared to a normal pitch?
Just a little bounce like that, it just seemed to bounce a bit normal, but as you can see, it's a bit springy. There's all black bits scattered all over it, but I know the players have said before, it can give an extra bounce. Usually bounce 2 or 3 times, and you sort of can read where the ball's going to go. But they say it bounces on the high pitch, and it takes that extra bounce, and you can't judge it as easily.
So you think that's possibly works in Widnes' favour?
Perhaps, obviously, they're more used to it being the home pitch. They play here every other week, so the Widnes players could use it to their advantage, but as I say, it's difficult to judge.
Absolutely. Well, we'll see how it fares up today. We're here with 2 die-hard Widnes fans. What's your name?
Andy.
And what's your name, sir?
Kem.
Kem, I can see you're sporting a proper Viking get-up. When did you start dressing as a Viking? Do you do this every game?
Every match, yes.
Every single game, and is it home and away?
Home and away.
When did this start? When did you decide to start dressing as a Viking?
It was when, yeah.
We actually, me and my wife actually went to Iceland, and obviously
the supermarket or the place?
The actual country, yeah. And we seen the Vikings hats, and we brought 3 back. One for me, Kem, and my other son, and obviously Cameron's got special needs, so he wanted the beard and the wig and everything to go with it. So hence that's where it started from. And it's funny, every time we go to away grounds and everything, they ask him for a photograph with him. It's absolutely fantastic.
So you're actually a local celebrity?
Yes.
Wow. So we're in the presence of a Widnes legend today. Kem, thanks very much for speaking to us. Also to you, Andy, thank you very much. Cheers, right, so we've been joined by a Widnes legend. We're joined by Pat Price. Pat, thanks very much for speaking to us today.
Welcome.
Now, when we asked the club about who the die-hard Widnes fans were, the first name on the list was you. How long have you been supporting Widnes?
Late 50s.
Late 50s, and I'm sure you've seen some memorable things in your time as a Widnes supporter. What's been your favourite Widnes memory over the years?
1964, Wembley, because we'd waited 14 years, and then winning the World Cup again, against the Aussies at Man United. That was a thriller. And Jonathan Davis, scoring a try, nearly getting his little head knocked off.
So you've definitely seen some things in your time as a Widnes fan, obviously. What do you make of the team now? Obviously, we're here in 2014. 2 years ago, you finished bottom of the league. You're flying high this year. You're pushing for a playoff place. You're looking the real deal. What do you make of the team this year, Pat?
Well, I mean, the point is we've not got a lot of depth, but a lot of credit should really go to Dennis Betts, because it's his team, this, and he's building and he's looking to the future. Because the future is your young ones coming through. I just wish we had a couple of more big forwards.
So if you could poach any big forward from any other team in Super League, who would you poach? Have you got any favourite players for any other teams?
No. I like all rugby players.
You're not fussy?
I'm not biased. Not biased. As long as they're big and strong, they'll do us. But that's what we're lacking. A couple of big men, But you couldn't get what you cut your cloth to your means.
Absolutely, and Dennis Betts has done a fantastic job this year.
He deserves a lot of credit, Dennis. He does.
Now, we've been speaking to a lot of Widnes fans today, and they've told us that they've got a special song for you, Pat.
They sing it when I come in, because I would send the programmes, I always go in a bit late. And as I'm walking past, they all start singing. Don't ask me, you're not going to ask me to sing, are you?
Well, I think I know what it is. Does it go something along the lines of, Pat Price is a legend, Pat Price is a legend?
You are not with them lads at the back, are you?
We will be today. We're Widnes fans today, Pat. Thank you very much for speaking to us.
You're welcome, and good luck with the show. Thank you.
Right, so we're here with Widnes fan Sharon. Sharon, thanks very much for joining us today. What's the best thing about coming to Widnes on a game day?
The fans, the supporters that get behind the team. We pull it together, we watch them, cheer them on, get behind the boys.
There's definitely plenty of you here in the bar today. Is this a familiar scene? The sports bar packed out with Widnes fans?
Every week, every time we play a home game, but we've got a good crowd that go away, but at home we get behind the boys.
Obviously you're in the middle of a bit of a purple patch at the minute, Widnes. You're doing really well in the league. How's it feel? Because obviously you're not quite used to this success as of late.
Not of late, years ago maybe, but win, lose or draw, you've got to be there for them. So, all right, we've had a few tough games where we've lost a few, but it's on the up, better than last season. We've improved on the seasons. That's what Dennis Betts said he'd do. That's what he's done. We're happy with that.
Dennis Betts is certainly doing his job. He's signed, I think, nearly every single first team player up already for next year and the years to come. But if you could sign a player that wasn't already at Widnes, anyone in Super League or even Australia for that matter, who would you pick? Have you got any favourite players that you'd really like to come to Widnes?
No, just the team that we've got. Just improve on what it is. Whatever name he brings in, they've all got a gel. So it's a case of you could bring in the best player from New Zealand, Australia, whatever. It's got a gel with the team. So I'm happy with what we've got.
Absolutely. And what's your favourite rugby memory as a Widnes fan? Obviously, you said as of late things have been good, but maybe not in the past. What's the best memory you've got of being a Widnes fan?
I'd say it's coming back up to Super League for us. You can go back to the olden days of the World Cup Challenge, all the glories we've had as the Chemics. But I think getting back into Super League and showing we do actually deserve to be here and we can pull it in, that's good enough for me.
Brilliant. Well, thanks very much for speaking to us, Sharon.
Right, I'm here outside the stadium with a couple of young Widnes fans. What's your name? Daniel, and what's your name? Joseph. Now then, Joseph, who's your favourite Widnes Vikings player?
Rhys Ambury.
Rhys Ambury. Why Rhys Ambury?
Because he's always scoring the tries.
He's always scoring tries. What about you? Who's your favourite Widnes player?
Danny Tickle.
Danny Tickle. He's a good player. He's having a good season, isn't he? Why is he your favourite?
He's a good kicker and he's a good player.
Do you play rugby?
Yeah.
Who do you play for?
Holton Hornets.
Holton Hornets. Big shout to Holton Hornets there. If you could have a free shot when you're playing rugby on any Super League player, who would you like to tackle and smash to the floor?
Phil. Pick Phil Joseph.
You don't play, you can pick a player from any team.
I would like to smash Josh Charnley.
Josh Charnley? Why Josh?
Because he's a good player and I want to be the only one to smash him.
Good answer. What about you? Who do you like to tackle? Who do you like to smash? Anybody at all?
Sam Tompkins.
Sam Tompkins. Why Sam?
Because he's a good player and he's always gets through.
So you want to be the one to stop Sam Tompkins in his tracks?
Right, well, we're here with Widnes Vikings standoff and shock, surprise, England exclusion, Kevin Brown. Kevin, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, thanks for coming.
Obviously, a lot of rugby league fans, when the England squad was announced, were shocked. Not just Widnes fans, fans from clubs all over the country were shocked that you weren't in the England squad. Obviously, you've had a fantastic season so far. How did it feel not to be included?
I was gutted, devastated. My form. I'm happy with how I've gone so far, and consistently, it's probably the best I've been in my career. But I looked at the squad, and like I say, I was gutted. But there is a lot of talent in there, and I have a lot of respect for the lads they've picked. Kev Sinfield's in there, and what he's done for the game, and he's a fantastic player, Matty Smith. So as much as I want to be in there, it is a good squad.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the sort of fans and media have been saying that possibly the players that have been picked and that are in the squad have maybe been picked not on form but on merit, obviously, from having sort of been in there before. I mean, Rugby AM's very own Jamie Jones-Buchanan, obviously, has not played very much this season, yet he's been included. Do you think Steve McNamara, that was Dennis Betts there, everyone?
So I'm here with Dave Rolt. Now, Dave, you work for the club, don't you? Can you tell everybody your role at Widnes Vikings?
Yes, certainly. My current role is that of commercial partnership manager.
And what does that involve?
Basically, my task is at the club to come up with an engagement tool of how we can engage with small local businesses to help drive our youth system forward, because that's where we generate the funding to drive the youth system forward.
Now, how long have you been involved with the club?
I've been involved in various capacities, whether that be as a volunteer, a part-time, on a part-time work. Now, fortunately, I'm like living my dream, doing my dream job now at the moment, working full-time for the club. Were you a Widnes fan before you got involved with the club? Yes, yeah, I've been a Widnes fan since probably the early 70s. Was my first recollection, seen as one of the first games I can remember watching here was in '74 in the Floodlit Trophy final against Bramley, when they beat us in the final, and it was actually played in broad daylight because of the miners' strike. That was the first one I can recall. We all got the afternoon off school, and Bramley beat us here. Right, Bramley is that's home of Jamie Jones-Buchanan, who's part of our Rugby AM team. So you must have seen a lot of things over the years, and a lot of great players must have performed for the Widnes Vikings. Which players over the years have stood out for you? Oh, my all-time favourite is Dougie Lawton. Doug Lawton was a class above everything else. There's many. A young Andy Gregory was something else to watch. Martin Offiah was absolutely unbelievable. Was world class. What the game could do with Martin Offiah now meant that's what will fill stadiums. Your Martin Offiahs, they were actually a bit of a character as well as not just an exciting rugby player. More in the modern era. Of the Super League squad we've got some outstanding players. My particular favourite from the current group is Joe Miller. I think he's a fascinating player, and if he hadn't been in an injured position, I think he'd have made the England squad, and thoroughly deserves to have made the England squad. Yeah, I agree with that, Joe Miller. He had some rave reviews last year, and he's brought his form into this season as well. And I say, yeah, there's no reason why, if he stays fit, there's no reason for him to not make the England squad.
Right, so the game's over here in Widnes. We've had a great day visiting the Widnes Vikings. We've met some great fans and some club legends. Tyre, what did you think of today? Well, it's all about meeting the fans on these road trips. And the fans today have been so passionate from the start to finish. They've sang their hearts out. The result didn't go the way of the Vikings, but the fans were absolutely fantastic from start to finish. I've really enjoyed my day here at Widnes. It's a great ground, great place to come, and I'll definitely be coming back soon. Right, well, that's everything for this episode of Rugby AM on Tour. Make sure to tune in next time to see where we go.